Welcome back to Relationship Wednesday on Life and Style. This is the segment Retake. We have had Mandate with a Man. We were talking about public display of affection. What an interesting discussion that we had. And you keeping it on Twitter. The hashtag is KTN Life and Style. Write us on Facebook, on Instagram, everywhere. So now I've got these ladies over here. I don't know whether they agree or disagree with what the men were saying right there, because Daniel said that is not our thing, you know, and Pastor Edward said it depends on the extent that you go to. But we're joined by these three ladies. I'll start from my father's right. Please introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, I'm Whitney Muhadi. I'm a customer care representative.
All right. What do you think about PDA?
Okay, PDA, I'd say I'm okay with it, but it depends with the extent that we go with the PDA.
If so that word comes up again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If I'm comfortable with it, fine.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm comfortable with PDA.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Right close to me here.
My name is Maureen Musuluva. I'm a customer service representative.
All right.
Yeah. PDA, I'm comfortable with PDA, but you see, with PDA, it depends. We live in the 21st century, so like I'll say it's okay for me with PDA.
You've said it depends, and you said we live in the 21st century, so I'm going to come back to that because I want to know what it depends on, and then right to my left.
My name is Nazarene Nato, and I am a designer with an engineering background. I'm very pro PDA, and it comes with conditions and moderation. Yes.
You're pro PDA?
Yes.
Okay, what do you mean by that?
I advocate for PDA, especially if you're doing it in an institution where both of you are both comfortable, because you see, when you're in a relationship, it's not just about you. You're two people, and thus you have to come to an agreement. What are you comfortable with in terms of affection, and what are the conditions? Is it, if you're in public, do you mind somebody holding your hand? I don't, but I do. Is it important to me that you hold my hand? Are you willing to compromise? And it's not just about the PDA itself, it's about the relationship that you two individuals have. Because sometimes we put so much importance into the public instead of the relationship, and the relationship is what brings about or compels the PDA, because you cannot show affection if it's not coming from within you.
If it's not coming from within. So, in your view, you need the relationship to have been worked on first. Then it flows.
Yes.
But what do you do in situations where your partner, like was the case, or is the case with Daniel when we were sharing on the other side, is somebody who's not used to, they're not used to public display, but it's in you. It's not just that you don't mind it, you want it, you expect it. What do you do?
I would ask him first, would it make you uncomfortable if you would hold me a certain way if we're in public? Because I'd explain to him that it makes me feel not only appreciated, but letting them know that we're together. It's like a symbol of, you and I.
I'm glad you brought up that, because in a lot of cases, it's also supposed to pass a message, right?
True.
It's supposed to pass a message.
Yeah.
I can see Maureen nodding, so she's going to break her neck. Go ahead.
For me, like his case, I think I'll have to sit down and talk with him. Then I introduce him like to holding hands, because you see, like in this century, people share a lot. You share your partner with someone. So for me, if my partner can't hold my hand in public, I become suspicious.
Wants to say something.
What do you mean by sharing?
Like, okay, in the dating, when you're dating, let's say, I'll have to introduce him, like holding my hand in public to make me feel comfortable. Let everyone around us know that I'm yours.
As in, you're coming in to make a statement, like this is taken.
Yeah, this is taken.
And you're trying to let everybody know this ground has been fenced off, that you're not supposed to come in. Do you see it from that point?
We're from different backgrounds and faith and the way we do things. But for me, being a believer, I think let your yes be yes and your no be no. I mean, I see a lot of people.
What about cases where, sorry, let me ask for her. The problem is not the two of you. The problem is the people outside. Somebody is still trying to see whether Maureen is really taken or not. Or somebody is really trying to see whether Edward is really taken or not. The two of you know between yourselves that you're committed to each other. But so that the other ones know and leave you alone. You know, I think that's what you meant, right? Yeah.
You know, what I'm thinking per se is, if you don't know who you are, people will define you. If you are not together for yourselves, then it would be very tragic to be together for someone else. Like I see people say very good things to their couples on Facebook, for example, but that's not who they are. You know, in private,
Thank you for bringing up the
they don't love each other. But on Facebook, you're saying, oh, my wife, you're the mother of my children, oh, blah, blah, blah. Do you do the same in the house?
Thank you for bringing up that, because what does that do? What does it do? You know?
I have mixed reactions on that topic, because I find that in Facebook or WhatsApp, nowadays people are using things like photographs, profile pictures, to show the PDA, the affection, to mark the territory, and to also put a statement that this is my better half, or this is a new stage in my life. But also some people take that in the wrong way, in terms of the people you're posting to might feel uncomfortable that you're posting such things, as they consider them private. Some people might take it with joy and say they're happy for you, you've found somebody who's making your life. That's lovely, that's interesting, somebody to share your space with. But we also find that there are people who are insecure. So they'll use those profile pictures or the what do they call them, the cover photos on Facebook, and they'll be blackmailed and told, if you don't put me as your profile picture, you're not.
Okay.
So you see, some
That's
PDA, yeah, that is, yeah, so that's some PDA is not actually PDA. It's need for attention, and it's also kind of insecurities showing up in other ways. And some people might be actually seeking for help, but they show it in hidden agendas.
Is that more common with men or with ladies?
Which one?
It's
the push to have, you know, put our photo there, or make everybody know I am in your life.
I think it's
of course
good.
it's ladies.
It's more with ladies?
Yeah, I think ladies are more insecure than men. With my little demographic side.
You see, what she put across is, I want him to do this because everyone should see he is mine. You see, so you're not doing it exactly because of who you are, but for the other person. But I would feel okay if I live simply who I am. If I'm comfortable. Okay, in fact, I didn't say.
But I think that's the same reason why we get married in church.
Yeah.
So that everybody can know that this one is taken.
Yeah,
we
it's
could get
okay.
married.
It's okay. I'm not hiding. I'm not hiding. I can.
Maybe not.
Yeah,
I think we marry in church for witness purposes.
Yeah.
What is witness?
You want people to witness.
Yes.
I'm trying to bring out this issue of saying that it is, you know, doing it for the people that makes it very fake. Because I'm thinking that then there's a lot of stuff we do.
I think with PDA, the intention behind why you're posting that picture, but some people do it to show off. Some people do it for, it's just like if you have a tool, what you use it for is what makes it good or bad. I don't think, that's what I was saying, I'm pro PDA. Right. I'm for it, because if you hold your hand's wife when you're at a service, it passes across a message to your congregation: love and respect your wife, value her, and that is PDA. But if you go kissing her on the pulpit, that's something else.
Coming to the online issue of Facebook, it's known as online PDA. So online PDA, you know, PDA comes in two ways.
I think I'm old.
You're doing it out of either love or out of you are masking a weakness. Weakness being insecurity, jealousy, and doing it for people. But PDA should be done from deep within you. You don't hold hands in public for people to see you.
Let's talk about the issue of social media, Whitney. Is it really necessary for me? I live with my wife in my house. We left each other. We have each other's numbers. We can WhatsApp each other. Is it really necessary for me to come over here and say, hi, babe, I love you, you're all this stuff, when I could have done that directly?
Exactly. On that, I'd say actions speak louder than words. There's no need for you to post it on social media, yet I'm there with you physically. Show it to me. Don't post it for others to see. Yet you post whatever you're posting on your wall, yet you haven't shown me that affection. So better show me in person. They don't need to know that, because the relationship is between me and you. Show me that affection. Show me that love. Show me that appreciation. Don't post it there.
I think for PDA, especially if you're not vested in a long-term relationship, how many times will you change your account every time you've shown PDA to an individual, then you go separate ways? So you should also probably, if you're posting something, I think that's common sense, you should bear in mind who are your audience. If it's your boss, your pastor, and everyone else, you don't want to be displaying things that are only private. If you've dated 4 or 5 times, how many people will have posted on your wall, you're my one and only, and such
what
things?
What if it is your spouse?
I think it could be allowed, because if your wife went to work, she had maybe a bad morning, and she went to work and opened her Facebook and found you're my one and only, it could make her day.
Why not text it?
You could text it. That's why you say it depends on you as an individual and what you consider to be comfortable with, because you're not doing it for the masses, but also the masses are who you're posting it to. So you should know who are your audience and what are you comfortable with.
Do you think that and we're sticking still on the online dating, do you think that people have avoided to face each other, whether to speak good or bad, so they just go out over there? Like, I really don't know how to express my love and affection to you, so it's easier coming and writing everything over here for everybody to see, which if we sat at a date, the two of us, I will not say.
My thinking is, Pareto principle, 20/80. If the things I'm trying to write out there, or I'm writing out there, I do them privately 80%, then we are good. It should be the other way around. Because, online people do a lot of things behind the mask. Even thieves, they hide behind the mask. Cyber crime and all that. And for me, there was this thing I saw in the media sometimes back, whereby in a house everybody is on a gadget. The father, the mother, the kid, and no one. They're actually communicating through,
with
WhatsApp.
each other.
Yeah, it isn't good, because it leads to communication breakdown. Number 2, shouting out there that I love my wife, while in the private, in the real life. Private is the real life.
Yeah.
I don't love her. I don't tell her I love you. But I want the whole world to know that I love her. There is a disconnect there. There is a disconnect, rather.
What do you think causes that, Eric?
You see, for my case, I would be very comfortable to say anything or do anything to express my affection to my wife. But it's rare for me to see posting a lot of private issues to do with my family out there, because I don't see it necessary.
But there are people who think that when you don't do that, you're not proud of your family, or you're not, your relationship is going through a tough time. So there is that kind of a thing that comes in, like there's a pressure to show that your marriage or relationship is fine, because people say this man doesn't.
I can acknowledge her anywhere in public. This is my wife. I don't have a problem with that. But some sensitive, intimate issues, I don't have to display them.
Like what? What is sensitive? What is intimate?
You see, like nowadays, you see a lot of people are posting a lot of their private life online. So, for example, you don't have to tell everyone you're not working, things are not working out between you two. But also, you don't have to.
If you went on holiday with your wife,
to shout.
If you went on holiday with your wife,
yes.
You've taken a holiday, you've gone to the coast, you've gone somewhere else, you've taken photos. Do you consider those to be private, or would you share that? You're out over there, you're having fun, you're holding hands.
It's okay. With me, I'll choose I'll post if I've gone out, but I'll choose which kind of photo am I posting. I do. I have a lot of
So he has
photos.
a bit of PDA, right?
Yes, you see, so it's not PDA. It's just,
I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing. I think basically, Pastor Chris, for me, as I was saying, you shouldn't allow the public to define you. I think if I'm doing PDA as an extension of what I do in the private, then that's beautiful. That is good because that is who I am. But if I'm just on social media and out there, when I see people is when I want to post with my wife, you know, cheese. But in the private, we don't even talk. Everybody's on WhatsApp. We are living a lie. It is just a matter of when, not if.
Right.
I think for PDA being maybe holding hands, hugging, or even a peck on the cheek, I think most forms of affection have been linked to promote good health. They've been promoted, they've been found to promote lack of stress, and they promote a good relationship, they promote good communication, and you find this PDA makes somebody have confidence in your relationship, not in terms of what people see, but in you as an individual, and you look at your relationship and say, they were not forced to hold my hand. He thought he should just hold my hand, and you feel more affectionate towards that person because they're giving you PDA, but it should be done in moderation and in consideration of where you are and what the other person or your spouse or partner is comfortable with.
Which I wanted to ask, like, because at some point you said that if they don't know, then you've got to sit down with them and talk to them and let them know that this is how this makes me feel. If they don't know that holding your hand makes you feel in a certain way, would you then go ahead and hold their hand?
Yes, I would.
Is that one of the ways of communicating, that you like that? Or you've got to verbalize and say, you know what, this is what I want?
I think it's better to verbalize it, because you see, you might go hold your partner's hand and he's not comfortable. Then he lets go of your hand. So it will make you feel like
like you've been rejected.
Yeah, so you have to talk to him, let him feel comfortable about it.
I'm trying to, I'm trying to understand. We are sitting down and saying, we need to be holding hands. How do you?
No, you don't say we need to be
It's not staged.
I don't think that's probably what you do. I read a document the other day, because of premaritals I have to read a lot, and it was saying that more than 70%, actually to put it 76+% of communication is non-verbal. There's a way I can say I love you, but I'm looking at the cartoon, or I'm looking at Manchester United, for those who love football. And the wife is there, is thinking, are you really addressing me or Rooney? But there's a way, the eyes, what they say, the kinesics, the movement of your facial expression. And then with ladies, now that I'm married, I know there are certain times in a month my wife really wants me to hold her. It communicates that I'm with you through this. And sometimes, let's say when we have loss, because I don't think PDA is just for when things are good. When probably she received bad news, I'm supposed to hold her. Even if it's in public, that I will hold her. Like you mentioned earlier about President Obama, that was really an endorsement for her. That even if I'm not president, I'm handing the reins of power, I will continue to be your man. That was so sweet of him.
Well, that, and I shared that when we were sitting there with Mandate, and I said, it's something that has been done very consistently. So then the notion of probably that we are Africans, as was being put, then would not hold, because generally the thinking would be that African Americans don't treat their women well. The statistics would be crazy. But then several of them were coming out and saying, he's making us fall in love with love again. You see, the human soul and spirit is nearly the same. The human can't resist love. Love is beautiful. Regardless of whether we are Africans, Chinese, whatever, love is just beautiful, So when there is that display of love, and I've got to say that when it is authentic, when there is a display of love, it's very attractive. And I'm thinking, like Waishishi was saying, it removes stress. I think usually that even marital issues can be sorted out quickly with that. Because if you're used to, and not just in public, but if you're used to the display of affection, you hold hands a lot every day, you hug, you kiss a lot. You see, that in itself would dissolve a lot of the pressures, the tensions that are over there in the house, because you really can't accept this separation for too long. But there was the issue of the extent of PDA, which I want us to address. What is this extent that is unacceptable?
Okay, for me, groping in public, holding me inappropriately, okay, it's something we would do in the private, but when you do it in public, I myself would feel ashamed, like, why are you holding me this way? This is what we do when we're together, just you and me. So if you do it in public, too much.
All right, what's the extent here?
I accept like hugging, a peck. I accept interlocking hands. I accept working with my partner like the way wedlocks do. Like, but you don't go around like, if it's pecking, it's a peck. You don't go kissing like in public, making you feel uncomfortable and everyone around you uncomfortable. Like you see, when you walk in the streets, you hear someone shout at you like, get a room. Why would someone? So you're making people so uncomfortable. So there's no need for you to display affection that makes you feel like you're in front of someone's bedroom door that needs to be locked.
Talking about that, I want to ask, why is it that people have no problem when negative emotions are brought out openly? A couple is quarreling in front of the kids, that's acceptable. When it begins to get into stuff like, love, there are rules. Why are there no rules for the anger part of it, and people are screaming at each other and they don't think, now this one needs to be on the other side? But when we're coming into something like the expression of love, you're thinking, there are kids around here.
For me, that gap has to be managed, because both anger and love is responded to spontaneously. When you show up and your wife is, looking good and wow, you look beautiful, and I love that dress, I love this or the other, spontaneously. The same when you are anchored. Sometimes you would not remember where you are. So it's very important, and that's why people like myself and you, being pastors, we have a moral obligation in the society to help bridge that. How do we do that? Tell people to respect each other, because a relationship without respect, however, PDA, as much as public display of affection is all over on the walls out there on social media, on Twitter, and then, as I say, it's not a matter of if or when.
It's just a matter of when.
Yes.
All right. So we're going to take the final thoughts, because the director says our time is up. So go ahead.
PDA, just like anything else, should be in moderation, as I said, because the benefits outweigh the negatives if used or channeled in the right way. Because if a couple raises their children in an environment of love, those children grow up to be loving individuals, they respect their partners, and the family line becomes a stable, loving environment going downwards to their grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and it helps them in terms of in the development of their personalities and how they relate love
so
to
in
be.
your view, there's nothing wrong with parents showing affection to each other, and the children are there in moderation.
Yes.
All right.
Because if you're kind to your spouse, the children will always learn. If you love somebody, be kind to them.
All right.
For me, my final thought, I'll say that PDA should be embraced, and as she's saying, in moderation, because it brings in values such as trust, it brings in values such as kindness, as she's saying. Like you see, PDA is not only among couples, it's also among friends and also siblings. So it should be embraced.
All right. Final thoughts. Done.
All right. It's okay. It should be expressed with limits and looking at the which occasion. So it's not bad.
All right, final thoughts.
Okay, PDA, to me, it's okay if expressed with when shown with the right limits, the right place, and also
To the right person.
to the right person,
Yeah.
and make sure that person is comfortable with whatever you're doing. Just don't be too selfish with your emotions. Like, if you don't hold me like this, I don't feel nice or appreciated, but make sure you're both on the same level.
All right, there you had it. Keep talking to us on Twitter at KTN Life_Style. The same for Instagram. The hashtag is KTN Life and Style, and KTN Life and Style on Facebook. We want to hear your feedback. What do you think about PDA? Is it a weird thing? Is it authentic? Is it just people going out over there and saying things that they don't mean? We want to keep on hearing from you. 22840 is our text message number. You want to be on the panel, both on Mandate or Retake, you could write us too on those platforms. We will be right back with Crystal Okusa on Style My Wife, Style My Hubby. We're taking a short break. Don't go anywhere.